On the morning of April 26, 2003, experienced mountain climber Aron Ralston set out alone into Utah's remote canyonlands, expecting nothing more than another unforgettable day of adventure. The desert was peaceful, the sky was perfectly clear, and every step deeper into the canyon made the breathtaking landscape feel even more untouched by civilization. Aron had climbed countless mountains before, and navigating narrow, sandstone canyons was something he believed he knew better than almost anyone. As he entered the twisting walls of Blue John Canyon, the towering cliffs surrounded him in complete silence, leaving him completely alone with nature. Then, without the slightest warning, a massive boulder suddenly shifted beneath his weight, changing the course of his life forever. Within seconds, the enormous rock crashed into the narrow canyon, trapping his right arm against the unforgiving sandstone wall with tremendous force. At first, Aron remained calm, convinced that with enough effort he could somehow free himself and continue his journey. He pulled, pushed, twisted, and fought with every ounce of strength he had. But the massive boulder never moved even a single inch. As the painful reality slowly sank in, Aron realized something terrifying. No one knew exactly where he was, and no rescue would be coming anytime soon. When darkness finally covered the canyon, he found himself completely alone beneath the stars, trapped between solid rock and an uncertain future. By the second day, Aron's most valuable resource wasn't food, it was water. Every tiny sip brought him one step closer to running out completely, and the desert heat showed no mercy. Refusing to give up, Aron used every climbing technique and every piece of equipment he had, hoping to move the enormous boulder. But after countless attempts, the rock remained completely immovable. With no sign of rescue and his strength fading fast, Aron turned on his small camcorder and began recording heartfelt goodbye messages, believing his family might never see him alive again. 5 exhausting days passed inside the narrow canyon. Dehydration, hunger, and endless pain had pushed his body to the very edge of survival. Yet he refused to lose hope. Then came the moment that would define his life forever. Aron realized there was only one possible way to escape, but making that choice would require unimaginable courage. Driven by an extraordinary will to survive, Aron finally freed himself from the trap that had held him captive for nearly 127 unbearable hours. His nightmare wasn't over yet. Despite severe injuries and overwhelming exhaustion, he still had to descend a steep cliff alone, knowing that every movement could be his last. Barely able to stand, Aron stumbled across the scorching Utah desert for miles, determined to find another human before his remaining strength disappeared forever.
At last, fate smiled upon him. A group of hikers spotted the exhausted climber and immediately called for emergency rescue, giving him the chance he had fought so desperately to earn. Aron Ralston survived one of the most extraordinary survival stories in modern history, proving that even in humanity's darkest moments, determination and hope can achieve the impossible.